There, the bird that flies from the eyes of the river of dreams that roam through the dome of fancies far and wide. Such strange stars that cast their fast light to the imperium of vanity, the ghost of sanity drifting beyond the utter bleakness of the distant towers, grey and blue, along the dusty passages of oblivion. How can we who flee, define our dark destinies when swift sparks of hope lost meet our unending streets of possibilities undone? Unless the hissing cats that prowl in the shadows of deepest deepness flow across the thin skies to the gutters spattered with the blood of desperate memories, all will be revealed as a dream of abandoned joys, and the castle for the recall of days that ran like dogs, and nights where flowers grow thorns, and the tender mercies of the liquid screen vanish at the pick of a switch. Yet amongst the stones and the bones there lies a secret, twitching silently, never forgotten but never remembered, white but colourless, a branch of that ancient tree that once strode across the splintered ice of that lake of mysteries deep. In some unread book, the key that answers the riddle at the middle of the untold tale awaits the one whose hands are claws and whose beak can pierce the tissue of lies that stretches between impossibility and dogma. Could it be? Or is there a second way, a knotted rope that stretches up the so long curved and tangled wall, interspersed with the bells that summon understanding to an audience with the high priest of utility? Maybe learning is but a blink in the eye of a college of crows, or a prelude to some vast, mysterious explosion that echoes its strange pattern through the very fabric of space and time, the joyful decay of a sinking civilization. People turn, but in that moment are lost to the melting of their lives, the slow disintegration of the houses of their hopes, and the ability to achieve brightness of colour and firmness of form. Nevertheless, the seas that wash across the bare bones of their lives teem with a secret life, strange jewels and stranger fabrics, designs that linger breathless beneath the detritus of a broken land. Paddling through the inky debris-strewn darkness, lapping against the wooden pillars of stilted houses, a new economy emerges with whispers and gleaming eyes of smiling hybrids, a dignity amid the death of all that was. Skin meets skin, sweat glides across the surfaces of desire. These little corals of possible futures growing through the grim layers of garbage and despair, glistening strings of coloured stones waving in the briny breeze, dancing candles in the little temples of intricately carved timber, journeys to the heart of hope and the sadness of suffering. Somewhere in the sewage filth grows a forest of sorrow, illuminated by the 10,000 wishes of a stolen tomorrow. And in that darkly murmuring forest, the seed of a tree that may bear the fruit of compassion, swaying gently in the warmth of all our impossibilities. Furling, unfurling, delicately revealing and dancingly concealing, tendrils of light intertwining, streaming their message of kindness across the blasted land. Chill winds melt in its joyous radiation, atomic fluorescence for the hardest of hearts, a call without compulsion, a treasure to be glimpsed in the darkest of nights. The many colours of darkness. As the eyes close, the world opens. But on the other side of the road of hope, the jaws stretch and the teeth grin. Wolves circle. Down the dark spires the insects pour, dripping with enzymes, their stings, their jaws, their eggs to be laid, advancing, always advancing. That which was made is now unmade. The bird that flies from the eyes of the river of dreams that roams through the domes of fancies far and wide has reached its silver nest.